thing we haven't touched on this evening, I think really bears repeating from last night's show, is the fact that the current Swedish president is promoting a carbon tax. He's posing the carbon tax now on the global stage, a global carbon tax. Remember, you're going to be taxed on what you eat, how you live, how big your home is, how many kids you got, what kind of car you drive, whether or not you have 5 or 6 bags of garbage out every week. You're probably going to have 2. It's all about sustainability, bringing us down a notch, going into second world and third world societies as the norm. And let's not forget that Sweden, just out of nowhere, is also in line to be the next EU president. And again, that European Union is one more step for global government. Let's go to Stephen in Texas. By the way, the call-in line is 866-582-9933. The number to give to the Infowars Money Bomb is 888-201-2244. That's 888-201-2244. Stephen, you're on the air.
Yeah, good evening, Jason Bin Laden and Al-Qaeda Jones. You evil tyranny response operatives, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, we often are.
Yeah. You know, I just consider it so ironic that here, what you guys are doing is you're using the very fiat credit system created by the internationalist bankers to defeat them with this money bomb. I just consider that one of the best examples of poetic justice.
Well, we have to do something. You know, a lot of times you have to work within the system, rage against the machine with what the machine gives you. You know, again, when I always talk about dual-edged swords, you know, money can be used to empower or enslave just like anything else. And right now, that's the currency that works, and we've got to take these Federal Reserve notes and turn them into computers and, you know, cameras. We had Cindy Sheehan in studio last night and today. If you want to see the whole interview, by the way, folks, it's posted at the Infowarrior.com for free, just like everything else we do here. And it just lets us get our information out there on a level that does compete with the mainstream media, which is completely nuts because, again, they're $1 trillion industry. We're trying to raise $250,000 here, Stephen.
Right, and I really hope that you guys exceed that goal. I just wanted to bring up some in relation to health care. You know, of course, one of the main things that the Obama administration is really pushing is this, you know, socialized medicine that Hillary pushed so hard back when her and Bill were the president. And, you know, of course, they got Tom Daschle on board with that now. And earlier, you know, you guys were talking about, you know, the pharmaceutical industry and, you know, how that ties in with eugenics. So I just had this thought. You know, I've told you before, I'm an insurance agent, and I mainly sell health insurance. And you know, you look at the senior market, you know, you've got this thing called CMS, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, which is all the creation of the globalists, and they've enslaved the senior citizens with that system to the point where now they've regulated this where we can't cold call these people. We can't ask them for referrals. They only have certain periods during the year where they can have certain kinds of coverage, so they're forced to take certain, you know, policies, whatever. But what I'm getting at is now they just announced this on the news yesterday, and you probably heard this. They are proposing
that if you're not insured, right, you have to pay a penalty tax. That's right. If you don't buy insurance, that's right, you're going to be penalized. So thank you for the call. That's a great point. That's another step in the socialized medical centers that they're trying to create. Remember, they want mobile vans because people are losing their jobs and they can't afford insurance. We had the woman call in from California. She works for social services. She says in the last 6 to 12 months, it has quadrupled. The request has quadrupled for socialized medical care, food stamps, WIC, Medicaid, all that stuff. And now they're saying, oh, we don't care if you're a healthy human being and you can do without insurance. If you don't have insurance, you are going to be penalized by the federal government. That's another way for them to get under your skin, into your body, and into the system. Yet another way to track, trace, and database everything. Not to mention the spy device your kids are going to be begging you for this Christmas, Project Natal. Don't worry, the PS3 has a similar device coming out only 6 months after, so we can all just, you know, put in a high-def motion sensor camera. That's a good idea, right? That has voice recognition and facial recognition, total biometrics, into our living room that's hooked up to the internet 24/7, that the government openly admits is surveilling every American citizen's phone calls, internet searches into a track trace database backup system. Unbelievable. Brian in Florida, you're online, sir.
Hey, Jason.
Yes, Brian.
Good to talk to you tonight, and congratulations on the Money Bomb.
Well, thank you.
I'm sorry Alex left because I wanted to touch on something he mentioned in his show today. He was talking about maybe doing maybe some kind of a user-driven website with articles. He said he gets so much information and doesn't have enough people to put it on. And he had talked about that. And if you'll recall, I talked to you maybe about a month ago. I had purchased some domains both for you and for Alex, and I've already got InfowarsReporter.com secured. So,
are you the one with U.S. News or Truth News or something like that? Someone sent me one that I did write down, and I wrote down the information. I just haven't gotten around to telling Alex about it.
I've got actually quite a few. I've got like Liberty Town Crier. I've got Infowarrior Report, Infowarrior Papers, Infowarrior News. All.coms. So, and
we hope to launch this op-ed because he's talked about this op-ed site before. Basically, because I'll tell you what, 9 out of the 10 tips that I go over on the show are coming out of my Facebook and my MySpace and now my new YouTube page, youtube.com/JasonJustice911. So maybe we can make that a reality after this money bomb. I thank you for the call, Brian. Anti-Federalist in Georgia, you're on the line, sir. Yes, sir. Did we drop him? Anonymous in New York, you're on the line. Yes, sir. Anonymous, we got you? He dropped too? We're just diddly dropping everybody. That's okay. Folks, level 6, today, the announcement of biometric cameras that see through your clothes, show your naked body in the subways in New York. And what do they say? If you don't want to do it, well, you can basically poop in your hat or go to another subway system. That's what they're telling you. If you don't want your entire body to be exposed to the federal government, and they're going to be, I am telling you right now, if you don't think that they're going to log these and they're going to start going after people individually, I mean, this is what Enemy of the State is all about. This is what the Born Identity Supremacy series is all about. This system where they set up cameras, they have this infrastructure built into modernized society. All right? And then they can pick you up by your motion, by your height, by facial recognition, by your voice. I mean, forget about your cell phone, credit cards, and the likes of that. It's going to be on another level. It's literally like Minority Report. And when you see this new Project Natal, where the young girl is talking to her friend via the Jetsons cam, it literally just like the Jetsons, only this time it's beyond the Jetsons, because it's not just somebody talking to someone on a television screen. It's the camera scanning in that person's body. Let me repeat that. Scanning in the person's body, and then them interacting with one another on what kind of dresses they want to wear. And then you take that dress, going like this. I mean, this is how you control it, by moving your hand, and then you grab the dress and you place it on the person, and then it forms to the model. This is not science fiction. This is science fact. This is today. This is now. We now have military weapons with artificial intelligence built inside of them, from the robo-fish to the robo-penguin to the robo-snake to the big dog to the new types of drones that literally shoot air-to-surface missiles based on small microchips that we're giving quote-unquote Islamic militants to plant on other quote-unquote Islamic militants and blow up their homes. And then the guy comes out, yeah, they were paying me $122 a handful. That's a lot out here in Afghanistan. So I just started throwing them everywhere. I just started putting them in any home I wanted to. Killing innocent women, children, men, you name it. Just blindly killing people for $122. Think about the sickness. 122 Federal Reserve notes, 122 pieces of paper. Literally for pieces of paper, he's taking human life. And that's deplorable to me. Anti-federal, I got you. Anti-federal, you're back on from Georgia. What's up, man?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Good.
Jason, I wanted to let you know, technology, as we always talk about, is a double-edged sword, and I was going to talk about some other things, but you mentioned the PS3, and as strange as it is, I watch you every night through prisonplanet.tv on my PS3.
No, that's cool. You know, that's right, because you can do... Well, go ahead.
No, the crazy part about it is I always make sure to unplug my camera before I get live.
Well, you know, you can do the same thing with Xbox 360. Basically, you can hook up Windows Media Center if you have basically any Windows computer you bought in the last 2 to 3 years has Media Center on it. It hooks to your computer wirelessly or through your network, and then through your internet connection, you watch stuff through your Xbox 360, and the similar program is over on the PS3. So again, it is a double-edged sword. It's just like I rag on the iPhone all the time, but if you've got somebody like me who knows his way around an app and an iPhone, I can bring up 47 different videos on any topic I want within seconds to show somebody, hey, this is Building 7 going down. Hey, this is the WHO PDF file that shows that, right now, let me read it for people that don't have the grasp on this. Level 6, folks, it's been declared.